we started the Discovery School 4 years ago. It serves kids that are ages 2 up through 7 right now. It's a Christian school, and our goal is to provide sustainable, critical thinking-based Christian education to Burundi's poor that can't afford to go to these pricey schools. The school my kids go to costs $120 a month, and they have college-trained teachers, and they're excellent, but less than 1% of Burundians can afford that. And so our school charges $30 a month, and our teachers only have high school education, but because I have my degree in education and I write all the lesson plans, we can offer about 70% of the quality for that fraction of the price. And so we really have had a huge demand, and because of that we're adding 2 classes a year. We're going up a grade, and we're also creating a second of a lower grade. So now we have 2 classes of 3-year-olds, 2 4-year-olds, 2 5-year-olds, and a class of 6-year-olds, a class of 7-year-olds. And that means we employ 38 Burundians, which is, I think, one of the things I love the most about the school. So I get to do all the teacher training for them and to see them grow and change as they help the kids grow and change. Well, Burundi is just emerging from 15 years of civil war. There was a war between the Hutus and the Tutsis in Burundi, and it touched everyone in the country. There wasn't a single a single person that didn't lose family, a lot of people lost their houses 2 or 3 times. They would flee their homes and their house would be knocked down, and they'd come back and rebuild it. It would happen again. And during that time, education just shut down. It wasn't safe for large groups of children to gather. It wasn't safe for kids to walk to school. People were really internally displaced, everything. So a lot of adults stopped their education at 6th grade. And so now that there's a peace agreement and the tribes have quotas in the government and everything is peaceful and stable, their parents are looking for something better for their children than what they were able to have during the war. And so it's really, the parents are desperate for their kids to learn English, to have a good education, but at the same time they can't afford it. Burundi is the 5th poorest country in the world, and the parents that we're serving are parents that are making like two-income family, each parent making about $100 a month. So they're really struggling, and for us to be able to offer that service to kids that otherwise wouldn't learn English or get any kind of good quality education is really a big deal. The government is really trying to improve their education. They have lots of people from the outside even helping to improve their program, and it is changing slowly. But right now when you go to a government school, you see a class of at least 50 students with 1 teacher and no materials. The kids bring their own little notebooks and pens, but there's nothing nice on the walls, there's no books, there's no crayons. We think probably less than 1% of Burundian kids have touched a crayon. And so, much less toys, puzzles, Legos, books. And so when parents come to Discovery School and they see the posters on the wall and they see blocks and bright alphabets and music, they're just awed. And it's been fun to watch the teachers because they went through that chalk and talk approach when they were kids, and they've never done any kind of hands-on problem solving in the classroom. So for them to learn to pass out materials and to manage that kind of movement in a class, to divide the kids into small groups, that's been my challenge and the fun for me, to help them learn to teach problem solving and to learn to problem solve themselves. We also are able to include Bible stories every day, and we're free to share the gospel, and so we do at all times. I'm trying to get the teachers to integrate God into every lesson, how God made the world so beautifully in science and the order of the universe in math and things like that, as well as praying every day and teaching the Bible lessons directly. And even Catholic and Muslim parents are sending their kids to our school, even though we're blatantly Christian, because they know they can't get that quality anywhere else. And so we'd like your prayers to help be able to stay ahead of the curve and keep it that way, to keep our school a place where parents want to send their kids no matter what.